guys, it's Trish from Trish's Card Club, live from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Happy Monday night, everybody. I forgot where I was. Hey, Mary and Shannon, thanks for joining. How are you guys? I know Florida's freezing right now, so that's not fun. It's freezing here, although we had a little break. It got up in the 40s today, so I was really happy for that. Who else has already joined? Hey, Karen and Angela, thanks for joining, and Charlene. And Miss Judy, good to see everybody. In a couple weeks, I'm going to see you in person, and I can hardly wait. I can hardly wait. It's going to be so exciting. Hey, Anna. Hey, Pat, nice to see you. And Miss Kelly, thanks. And I'll get to meet you in person, Kelly. That's really going to be exciting. Angela. Yes, I talked to Karen. She told me about how cold it was there, so that is not fun. I am very cattywampus on my setup here. So let me see if I can get this a little bit straighter. Sorry for all the moving around. So we didn't have any football this past weekend, but we did have golf. So and it was a good tournament. Justin Rose won. He hasn't won before on the professional tour, and he did a great job. It made it exciting. So it was a good weekend for golf. Hey, Peg. Yeah, it's been yucky in Florida. It's really been crazy. The weather has been absolutely crazy all over the place. So let me do my introduction for somebody that might be joining me for the first time on replay. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been one for 24 years or 25 years or 26. I guess 26 years officially because it's February. I have a YouTube channel and a Facebook page called Trish's Card Club. And you can shop with me online 24/7 at trishan.stampinup.net. So that's my spiel. If you are joining me for the first time, thank you. And I would say I would be grateful if you would subscribe. I will share with you and everyone else that has to listen. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can do a little bit of editing. So hopefully I will get there in 2026. Okay, let me bring this in a little bit closer. So you guys, this is the fastest card ever. That's how I'm calling this card. This is the fastest card ever. If you need a card in a hurry, this is a technique that I'm going to show you. My friend Carol showed me it. It actually is 2 cards. And when she was telling me about it, I was like, that is fascinating. You just need a piece of designer series paper. Now, if I was thinking, I would have done a designer series paper with a bunch of different colors in it. I'm choosing a monochromatic theme, but you can do this with any designer series paper, any stamps, any dies. You'll see the versatility of it. So, and I needed a birthday card, so I made it into a birthday card, but again, you can use any birthdays, thank yous, get well, anything you want. What I'm going to show you tonight is a fast way to make 2 cards. That's my goal. So I think most of the stuff I'm using is current. I just realized I'm forgetting one thing that I've got to get because I don't know the name of it. Okay. I got it. All righty. So we'll use a couple new pieces of product. I have a lot of new product, you guys, but I can't use it because of Crafts, Tricks, and Chocolate. So after Crafts, Tricks, and Chocolate is over, then I can start using and demoing some of the newer stuff that came out in January on the online exclusives and in the new mini catalog. So, but tonight I have a couple that I'm going to do. This is called, it's an embossing fold. It's called Stone and Vine. And I don't know if you can pick it up in the camera. It's hard to see, but it looks like stones with vines growing through it. It's really what I love about it. So you can't even see. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. This is right. That's wrong. What I love about it is how detailed it is. It's a very, very detailed die, and it's a 3D die. There we go. So it's really busy, and I love it because sometimes you just need to have all that texture in a card, and that's what this gives you is all this texture. So we're using that tonight, and then I have, which we've not used, the the cake day bundle to make a cake. So I really need to do it. I have not done it yet, but I have it. But there's a really cute happy birthday on here. So we're going to use that. And then we're going to use, this is because this is what was on my desk. So we're going to use Petals of Beauty again. That stamp set right there with the die and those leaves. So that's what I'm going to use for supplies. But again, super, super fast. Easy way to make a card. So you take a 6x6 piece of paper and you cut it down to 5 5.25. No, let me think here. Let me think. Yeah. 5.25. I always panic, you guys, because whenever I have to deal with numbers. So I'm going to cut it down to 5.25. And then I'm going to turn it over on the 6-inch side, and I'm going to cut it down to 4 inches and 2 inches. And you guys, literally, this is the cards. These are the cards. Literally 3 cuts. So this you can keep to put on the inside of your card. I'll show you how I use that scrap, but this is what I'm going for. So basically, this is Calypso Coral. I took a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock. I scored it and cut it in half. So I got 2 bases, and I'll try to make these together so you'll know what I'm doing. Then I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to take, again, the fastest card known to mankind. If you're in a hurry and you need to make a bunch of cards, this is the quickest way to do it. Just get some Designer Series paper, cut it just like I did, glue it onto your card bases. And the reason I'm saying Designer Series paper is because we have beautiful Designer Series paper, and it can be the star of the show. It doesn't need a lot of extra material. There's one, and then you take the other piece, and you're going to put that right on there like that. So there's your 2 card bases, except this one is crooked. Let me see if I can get that on uncrooked. Let me try that again. Can you guys envision how easy it is to now you just have to decorate them. So I have 2 card bases already with a great focal point, and I'm just going to decorate. Super simple. And I'm decorating them both the same to show you how quick this can be. So I embossed with, well, you probably can't see it. Let me see if I can move this away. There it is. There's the embossing folder that I used, that I showed you. Let's see if I can capture that. So that's a very detailed embossing folder. I'm going to put that here. Oops. Now the speed of it is using what you have that's right in front of you. You don't have to go hunting and searching and looking and all that stuff. Just use what you have in front of you. Does that make sense? That's the speed of it. So I literally had this stamp set on my desk, this stamp set and die. And so I said, this is what I'm going to use. But you could use any stamp set, any dies. You just need some focal points. So these were the flowers that I did, and these were the leaves. And I already see I did these all off camera so that you guys wouldn't have to wait. I think I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that because I want to put those on with dimensionals. I'll fix that. I will fix that. Let me put, let's see. Let me put this up here, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on there. I did not mean to do that. I just like my stuff to be on 3D. So I'll just do a lot of dimensionals to cover up the sticky of the glue that I put on. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just putting on dimensionals, but I'm putting on way more than I need because I'm just covering up the fact that I just put all that glue on there, so it will not be in the way. And then I also used a retired punch, the double oval punch, but you can use any punch. If you have that punch, don't ever get rid of it because it will last forever and ever, and you'll always have good uses for it. So that's what I did. I just stamped happy birthday. Can you see that? And then I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to put a little glue on my leaf. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the flower. My dimensionals. And I'm really just showing this, you guys, because again, if you need to make a quick card, all you need to do is let the Designer Series paper be the show. But that little technique that Carol showed me of just taking one 6x6 piece of paper, cutting off this little sliver right here, and then let's put this on there, and then we'll put this on there. And now I have 2 cards ready to go, and I've literally done it in 5 minutes. Now, if I had to stamp and die cut, it would take me a little longer, but I just don't do that because on camera, because I'm just trying to be respectful of your time. Well, let me show you what I'm going to do with this scrap, just so that nothing goes to waste. Let me get an inside card. Okay. Well, a smidgen will go to waste because this is not enough for 2. So I'm going to put that, let me get in camera so you can see it, at the bottom of the paper. Trim off the excess. So that's all that's going to go to waste, is that little bit. And I'm sure if somebody's clever enough out there, they could think of something to do with that. And then I will put this inside my card. So one will have it and one won't, but that's okay. It still will look really good. There we go. And there we go, you guys. 2 super quick cards. So easy. So you take a 6 by 6 inch square piece of paper. You cut one side down to 5 1/4, and then flip it and then cut it at 4 inches. So you'll have a 4 inch by 5 1/4, which is the layer of a regular card base. And then you'll have 2 inches by 5 1/4 for your second card. And that is how easy it is. And the technique can work on just about any designer series paper, just about any embellishment that you want to put on it. I just chose flowers because you guys know that I love flowers, but any embellishment will fit on there. If you want to do a birthday cake, if you want to do balloons, if you want to do just leaves, we have some beautiful dies right now that are just leaves. So that would be really pretty as well, just to do some leaves on there. But the whole point of it is to just be able to, let me score those so they don't keep flipping up so that we can get a better look on camera. So when Carol told me that, the reason I loved it is because I had a bunch of things I needed to get stamped over the weekend, and I didn't have a lot of time. And so I used this technique, and I got 12 cards done in about an hour. So 12 cards in an hour is pretty spectacular. 6 different designer series squares, each made 2 cards for me. Now I did the same layout, so I didn't recreate the wheel. I just did the same layout. I did a band of paper embossed, and then I did a flower. I did different flowers, but I did flowers, and they just came out so pretty. And like I said, you don't have to use monochromatic paper. You can use really pretty designer series paper too. So I think it's really easy, really simple, really fast, and a great way to get cards. What size is the embossed and folded piece? It is 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. So it's 4 inches in width and 3/4 of an inch in height. I think that's the way you say it. I say it's 3/4 of an inch. I wonder if it's an inch. Let me check, you guys. That's a good question. It might be an inch. I couldn't decide when I was doing it if it was an inch. Yep, it is an inch. Sorry, you guys. It's an inch by 4 inches. So 1 inch by 4 inches. And what I basically did is I took a whole layer of white cardstock and I just embossed the whole thing, and then I cut it down. That's how I got that. So thanks, you guys. You're always so very generous. I appreciate that. Yep, super quick and easy. And that's sometimes what we need to do. Now, I know other people might like to make more elaborate cards. I'm just a super simple, easy kind of girl. And I think the important thing is getting cards out in the mail. And I'm desperate for birthday cards. I was really low on birthday cards. So, all right, that is the class for tonight. Super easy. I think that the only other embellishment is I'll probably put some little pearls in the flower right here just to give it a little bit of oomph, a little bit of texture. And I think that's it. I'm really happy with how they came out. It's always a little bit hard to capture on camera because in person it looks really beautiful. I mean, this is so pretty to get a card and have it coordinate on the inside with what you have on the outside. It's so pretty. I mean, technically, you could do this one card and take this 2-inch piece right here. You wouldn't cut it down though. Let me show you what you would do is you would use this for the flap of the envelope. So you can do that too. But you know how when I said you first cut it down to 5 1/4, you wouldn't do that. You would cut your 2 inches first, then you would cut this one down 5 1/4 by 4. Because if you cut this one down, it's not long enough for the envelope. You need the full 6 inches to make the flap of the envelope. So that's just something to keep in mind. And then you would have a nice presentation. Couldn't think of the word. So, all right, you guys, I think that's it for tonight. I know it was a quick one, but I promised it was a fast card. What are we doing this week? Well, number one, let's keep warm. Do everything you can to keep warm. Hydrate. Even though it's cold, you still need to hydrate. So make sure you're drinking. Today is Groundhog Day. And I will just tell you this one story. I was telling Steve, he was laughing so hard. My husband is like an Einstein. He's like really, really, really smart. He's incredible in science and maths. And he's just a really smart guy and very nice, I might add. But I was telling him, I remember distinctly in high school, when the Groundhog Day would come out and the groundhog would see its shadow, I would be depressed for 3 weeks because I would just so not like winter. I would be depressed for 3 weeks. So when I heard today that he saw his shadow, I didn't get depressed, but I was like, oh. So my husband says, you do know there's no science behind that, right, Trish? I'm like, I know, but it's just such a bummer. It's such a bummer that he saw his shadow. So I feel bad for everyone up north and has it even worse than we do. In Tennessee, a lot of places got hit very bad with the storm, a lot of ice. So a lot of places are out of power. We thankfully, because of the way Hickson, Chattanooga is geographically, a lot of times the storms pass over us because we're sort of in a valley. And that's what happened both this weekend and last weekend. The storms basically passed over us. So we got a lot of rain, but we didn't get ice. And we are going to get rain tomorrow, but it's supposed to stay warm enough that it's not going to go below freezing. So that'll be really good. So, well, I think that's it, you guys. I will see a lot of you in a couple weeks. I'm super excited. I cannot wait. And I hope that you guys have a really good week. Next Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday. So prepare now for your snacks. I don't go to Super Bowl parties. I don't have Super Bowl parties because I like to watch the game. And of course, the Patriots win it this year. So you'll know I'll be watching it. You'll probably hear me scream. I'm hoping that they do well. I think that's it. I'm going to close out. I love you guys. I appreciate so much that you share part of your Monday night with me. And I will see you next Monday night. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.